Hello, Vikings, and welcome back to another Podcast Club episode. Today we'll be discussing learning experiences. So, as classes advance and we get more into the semester, more of them begin to rely on self-learning. So, for example, test assessments, when we're taking tests and we get them back, the feedback is very minimal, and this can cause students, to struggle and not do well. Like, they don't know what they're learning.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. My own personal experience, if I don't know what I'm doing wrong, then I don't get what I'm supposed to fix, and then I keep on messing up, and then I can never learn, and then I don't get very good grades on my tests or my homework assignments, and then eventually my grade drops, and it's really, really stressful.
Exactly. What do you think can be fixed? Like, what do you think the teachers can do to help that?
I think instead of just circling what we got wrong, they should give the specific thing that we got wrong and explain how we can fix it rather than just having us figure it out on our own. Because I get sometimes in the real world we have to figure out stuff for ourselves, but right now we're in high school. So I think that if you help guide us into doing stuff like this, then I think that we can eventually learn how to fix stuff by ourselves.
It seems like everyone has a lot of experiences in their classes. Does anyone have any specific experiences they would like to share?
Yeah, when we had a test and the teacher didn't put any information for that test on the slide deck, it wasn't clear what homework we had or what the projects were about, and it was very vague. And sometimes the teachers, they don't even give a rubric, so we don't know what we're doing, like what's going to be on the assignment or how we're supposed to do it. And then they gave us a bad grade just for that.
I agree with that. Sometimes for math, homework includes material we never learned before, and they teach it to us the next day, but also has multiple homework problems that we could have gotten more information about in class, but the homework is assigned based off of the new material instead of the old material we don't understand.
I feel like this also goes into the topic of teaching styles. Teachers are very different. Like, they run Canvas differently. They teach their classes differently. So adjusting to a new teacher and how they work their classroom can be difficult, especially since it'd be different than your very first year of high school. There's a lot more homework. One thing that I've noticed is that teachers give lectures, but they're not very good lectures. I feel like not a lot of people understand it, and so people tend to fall asleep, and then they don't understand what's going on, and then they get really bad scores on their tests. Does anyone else have any experiences relating to?
Oh yeah, that's totally true. Like, in some of my classes, they use websites like ClassKick or other ones to teach the information, but that they never actually go over how to do it. So I feel like the kids in my class and me in general too, we have no idea how to do any of the work because of that. And I think that a way to fix these habits is writing what exactly we got wrong to explain why it's wrong, so that the student can understand what and why they got something wrong, so they can fix it and learn from their mistakes.
I also feel like they should show us more examples or do stuff together as a class rather than just assigning the work and expecting us to know how to do it. Because some of the stuff is building off what we learned in middle school, but it's not exactly what we learned in middle school.
Preach.
I also feel like teachers should look over the class average and see what specific things kids or students are doing wrong, so that they can help the class understand the stuff that they're struggling with, rather than just teaching new stuff and adding more stress onto students.
I think that one thing that's becoming more and more common in the classroom is that teachers are putting us in groups together, and they will if we have a question say we're in math class and we have a question about how to do a problem, they will just have us ask our group before we ask the teacher, because it's a lot of work for the teacher to just like go to every individual group and help them. So they just want us to like utilize our resources like before we ask them, and I feel like that's like a good idea at first, but after a while I feel like, you know, you could be leading each other in the wrong direction because you're both still like learning the subject, and you know, you could it could end up like not being effective. I mean, like, it's effective in theory, but you know what I mean? So like
The blind leading the blind.
yeah, exactly.
Amen, amen. So, in conclusion, we found that teachers have a unique way of teaching, and they can add onto their teaching styles from this podcast, as we expressed what our opinions on their teaching styles are and what they could do to help improve our learning. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe and smash that notification button.
Leave a comment down below of what you want to see next.
Join Podcast Club in room 219 every Tuesday at lunch.